Hello everyone, so just wanted to do another quick preview of upcoming feature before the next patch, and this one again follows on from a suggestion in Discord, so thanks guys for that. And I think you can already see it, it's the deployment zone preview that we sort of earlier talked about. So I think I've got this working, and hopefully this will prevent a lot of heartache from people who set up a game, the deployment zones aren't quite right because the X and Y and width and height aren't very intuitive, I think it's fair to say. And then after choosing all their fleet, they open the game and the game just won't work because the deployment zone's the wrong place or there is no deployment zone. So these things are not good, and hopefully this preview will prevent them from happening in future. So I'll just give a quick demonstration. This is your standard map. If we resize the small map, you'll see deployment zones get bigger, map gets smaller, and in the opposite direction for when you pick the large map setting up there. You can also just freely increase these as much as you want. So let's make it wider, and you can now see the deployment zones have moved. But you might not want them there, so let's move team 1 out a little bit, and you can see, so okay, that's more about in the right place. But team 2 I actually want to be half as tall, but twice as long, or even to get things a bit more extreme, you could do that. Or even that, and you can then move that as you please. So I think, very, very intuitive, to borrow my word from earlier, I think, and sort of gives you that sort of visual representation. Last thing I would want to mention is just if you add a slot, this will also appear with the same team name, and we can just sort of move that around to show you how that will be displayed. So you could have two separate forces for team 2. You will kind of just have to remember which one is which, but also, I mean, you could just like move it around and you'd be like, all right, it's that one. Okay, so have fun with this. I'm hoping that being able to set things up more clearly will lead to some good scenario ideas beyond just the normal standard maps that we normally see. All right, thanks guys.